Howdy everybody, Steve here, KM9G. Today I'm going to take the IC-703, which has a built-in tuner, and see if it will tune up the Poseidon. I'm in Tucumcari, New Mexico, and there's a lot of sand here, a lot of desert here, and usually that means not a lot of ground, so it could be a struggle. So we're going to take some time today and see if it'll work on 40 and above. To get the station set up today, I'm going to use the DX Commander mast, and I'm going to try and get creative with the playground. Either I'm going to hook it up to one of the tetherball poles, or to the teeter-totters or seesaws or whatever you call them, or the swing set over there. We're going to get a little creative and see what we can do about getting this thing up in the air. Since I just took a short ride from the camper up there to the picnic table down here for this test, I didn't pack too heavily, but we've got the microphone. Of course, we've got the Poseidon antenna. We have the battery, the ground radials, and the coax. And we have the IC-703. And I forgot that power cord, so I gotta ride up and get that, and I'll be right back. Achievement unlocked. Power cord. So what I have is a 17-foot whip strapped to the front of the bike with a bungee cord. I'm gonna steal the bungee cord for this project. And I better take this off because I'll forget that I didn't strap it back on. Step one for this is I normally like to take the top two sections of the mast and collapse them, because this is a 10-meter mast and it's only a 25-foot radiating element on the Poseidon. So I take the top of the Poseidon, I'll put that on. All right, there's the bungee cord. Inside my bag of tricks here, let me show you what we got going on. I have coax with the built-in choke, and then I have my ground radial set. Let's go get the ground radial set up. What I do for ground radials on my antennas is I use these little Anderson power pole plugs, and I have 4 wires inside, and then I just put those out in 4 different directions. But you can see that slight lean that it's got to it, and what I really want to accentuate is the separation between the metal pole and the base of the antenna over here. I don't even know where, I can't see it in the camera, but it's there. Probably a good 10 feet between the base of the antenna and the metal pole. Even at its closest, it's probably still about 6 feet at the top of the pole there. So that's fairly typical of what you're gonna see. I'm looking out for landmines. Fairly typical of what you're gonna see out in the wild on an activation of your own. Let me turn around and give you an idea of what we're looking at. So I could use the swing set to hold the mast up, the tetherball pole to hold the mast up, the seesaw, the picnic table, or the tree. All of this stuff is going to affect the antenna no matter what. This is what portable operation's all about, so this is actually a really good test. I'm using the weight of the coax to actually hold the antenna away from the mast. So down here we have the Coffee and Ham Radio's frame, the radio connector system, the coax with the choke towards the feed point of the antenna, and then we're going back over there to the picnic table. And then the last thing I have in my bag of tricks here is a Denko battery. This is a 3 amp hour model, and Dennis is making 5.5 amp hour models right now. On this radio we have an SWR meter that's right across the bottom here, and what I'm getting right now is a signal strength, and there's a little buzz every so often here up to S3. But when I key down, you'll see that we go infinite on the SWR meter. Over here on the radio, just off camera, there is a tune button. I'm gonna hit the tune button, and you can see bypass or not bypass, but I don't see any indication on the screen that we're tuning. And so what I wanna do is I wanna press and hold the tune button. And you can hear the tuner click in, and we are at, it looks like 1-to-1 SWR according to my eyeballs. The 1 is just above the 3 in M3, and if I tap it, I get a 1 signal there, a 1-to-1 report there. And I'm in RIDI mode, so I'm putting out a carrier. That's how I can tell that. So I'm gonna go up to the next higher band, which is 30 meters. And we're gonna switch our mode over to RIDI again. And we are at 2.5-to-1 SWR, with or without the tuner. So I'm gonna run the tune cycle. And we got down to 1.4-to-1. Let me run it one more time. Yep, 1.4-to-1 is where it wants to be happy. Let's go up a band. This is 20 meters. Let's go to upper sideband mode, turn some volume up. Should be able to hear some FT8 folks going on. All right, we're off frequency. I don't hear anything there. Change the mode over to RIDI. Let's key down, and we're 2.9 or 3 to 1 SWR. And we're gonna run a tune cycle. And we are at 1 to 1 SWR on 20 meters. Nice. Let's go up one. Somebody talking there on 17. Let's get a little off frequency from them. We have almost 3 to 1 SWR. Somebody else is tuning. Good. I'll tune too. I have 1 to 1 SWR. Excellent. 21 megahertz. Sounds clear. Let's get into RIDI mode. 3 to 1 SWR. And 1 to 1 SWR after running the tune. Let's go up again at 24 megahertz. Don't hear anybody. That's already 1 to 1. I like it. Let's run a tune cycle anyway, because we can. Still 1 to 1. What a shock. Yep. All right. So naturally resonant on that band. Let's go into RIDI mode. Ah, there we go. 2 to 1 SWR. And 1.4 to 1 SWR. All right, 27 megahertz. Get out of anybody's way. Go into RIDI mode. Let's see. Ah, 27 is CB. Let's skip that band. 28. I don't hear anybody on 28. Let's go to RIDI mode. Over 3 to 1 SWR. Run the tuner. 1 to 1 SWR. Perfect. Oh, it does do 6 meters. Okay. I don't hear anybody. 1 to 1 SWR. Still 1 to 1 SWR with the tune cycle. Just for grins, even though 160 is closed and this antenna is not designed for it, a little tune cycle at QRP level power is not going to hurt anything. We're over 3 to 1. And it didn't like that at all. Let's go down farther. Over 3 to 1. Doesn't like it at all. Good. It's not designed for that band. Can't complain. Over 3 to 1. It's trying. Oh, 1.4. 1.4 to 1 on the meter there. Not bad for a band it's not designed for. Again, I wouldn't run it on these bands, but it's always fun to experiment and see what happens. All right, let's get up to 20.
Kilo 1, Sierra Papa.
Kilo Mike 9 Golf.
Was that Kilo Mike 9 Golf?
Roger, roger. Kilo Mike 9 Golf. I got you 5-9 in Tucumcari, New Mexico.
QSL, and 5-9 as well from Texas, 7-3, and thank you.
I'd say it worked better than I expected, but I expected it to work 100%, and she did. We even made a contact from New Mexico to Texas, which isn't really saying much, but any contact's a good contact. He sounded good. He said I sounded good. Everything's happy here. I'm on a mission this year to reach 100,000 subscribers, and you can help. There's going to be more videos on the 703, including how to do FT8 with this old radio. I love old radios. I love playing with old radios, and your subscription keeps me playing with old radios. So click the button. It's free. If you'd like more information on the Coffee and Ham Radio's Poseidon antenna, there is a link in the description down below. In the meantime, there's a video over here I think you'd enjoy next. Thanks for being awesome. I'll see you over there. And we're all packed up for the short trip back.